So the second greatest player in NBA history is the one and only LeBron James. Welcome to Refuse to Lose. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm your host today. Today we're going to continue our top 10 greatest NBA players of all time. And today we are at number 2. So the second greatest player in NBA history is the one and only LeBron James, LBJ. So LeBron James is probably the most scrutinized athlete in NBA, well, in history, not just NBA, just sports history. Probably the most scrutinized athlete. He's probably the most hated athlete at the same time being the most loved athlete. You have guys way on one end or way on the other end. It's rare that you can get an honest opinion on LeBron James. You have that group that's highly, I have him at number 2. You have that group that puts him highly at number 1. And you have that group that don't even have him in the top 10 or far down in the top 10. LeBron James is clearly the second greatest player in NBA history. If you have him number 1, I don't agree with you. But if you have him less than 2, you're just a LeBron hater. If you have LeBron other than 2, you are just a LeBron James hater. So let's talk about LeBron. First, I learned you have to appreciate everybody's game. Everybody are fans. You are probably a fan for this team or that team, and you probably root against certain players, which is cool because that's part of being a fan. But at the same time, you have to appreciate greatness. I had to learn that with LeBron James and Kobe Bryant, being a Sacramento Kings fan. Hated the Lakers, but I had to appreciate Kobe's game, just like I appreciate LeBron James' game. So LeBron James, 4 championships, 4 rings, 4 finals MVPs. The thing about LeBron, he's the only player in NBA history to win a championship with 3 different teams. So if that was the case, obviously he's the only player to win finals MVP with 3 different organizations: Miami Heat, Cleveland Cavaliers, Los Angeles Lakers. He also has 4 regular season MVPs. All right. So you have guys like Mike that has 5, Kareem has 6, Bill Russell has 5, LeBron has 4. LeBron has 4, so he's up there with one of the most MVPs in NBA history. And this is the great thing about LeBron. It's his longevity. But we're going to talk about longevity in the back end of the video. But he had 18 All-NBAs, 13 first teams All-NBAs, 6 All-Defensive teams, 5 first-team All-Defense. He's a one-time scoring champion, one-time assist champ. Only 7 players were able to do both. LeBron is one of them. That led the league in points one year and led the league in assists one year. So let's talk about his longevity. What makes LeBron great is his longevity, right? He's already a great player as it is. And on top of that, he has longevity with that. He's the type of career he's having right now. He's the only superstar that's sustained this level of being relevant or this level of dominance throughout in this long period of time. Only player in NBA history. So let's talk about that. So LeBron is approaching his 20th year. His 20th year. Only 8 players in NBA history have played at least 20 years. Every single last one of them in their 20th year were not the best player on their team except for Kobe Bryant. But Kobe Bryant and his Lakers were not in playoff contention like LeBron James and his Los Angeles Lakers. I know that they didn't make it last year and he had injuries. So did Kobe, but Kobe was in the same after his injuries, right? LeBron, he still averaged 30 points per game while being efficient his last year as a Laker while having injuries. So LeBron James, right? So like I said, he's approaching his 20th season. So is Melo, but look at the role Melo. They play on the same team. The role Melo plays and the role LeBron plays. Melo is an example of what a 20th year player really looks like. LeBron is an anomaly. All right. So LeBron James, listen to this longevity records he got. Only player in NBA history with 35,000 points, 9,000 rebounds, 9,000 assists. He's about to average a triple-double for his career, right? He could average 40, 10, and 10 when he retires. And if you take away, if Matter of fact, LeBron is the only player in NBA history. He has 35,000, 9,000, 9,000. He's the only player in NBA history that has 20,000 points, 9,000 rebounds, 9,000 assists. Think about that. 15,000 clear from the next person. More than 15,000. He has the most playoff points in anybody in NBA history. The most career points in a game 7. So he played more game 7s than probably anybody in NBA history. The most 40-point game 7s in anybody in NBA history. Guess what? People say he's not clutch. He made the most playoff buzzer beaters in NBA history, right? He has the most consecutive 10-point games in NBA history. He has the most consecutive 25 points per game season in NBA history, right? He has the most games in NBA history when he led his team in points, rebounds, and assists. And he has the most triple doubles in the NBA Finals. And that's including LeBron making 10 straight NBA Finals, y'all. So LeBron James, well, 9 straight, 10 total, because he didn't miss one with LA. So LeBron James is definitely overappreciated. Well, you can never be overappreciated. He's overly favored by some people, and he's underappreciated by a lot of people. LeBron James is the only active player that's on this list. Steph Curry, right, is arguably on the top 10 list. But LeBron James on my list, he's the only active player on this list. That says a lot. His resume is not done. So we got to appreciate LeBron James. If you have LeBron James anywhere lower than second, I want to say it right here, you're probably just not a LeBron fan. I'm not a LeBron fan, but I do recognize greatness when I see it. All right, so that's all I have for you guys, and I'll see you at the next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.